Hello and welcome to this very special shoot from the Royal Calcutta Turf Club, and we are celebrating someone's birthday. We are all fans today. Raja Raman, Debashish, Gargi, Shubhan and me, all of us are Virat Kohli fans, as all of you are watching this particular show, 1 billion people. So the simple thing I will do, go to Raja and all my guests one by one. What does Virat Kohli mean to them? Raja, you go first.
To me, he's more than a cricketer. He's been a fantastic human being. I must confess that I have known him not very personally, but he's amazing because he's reached out to people who need help. And this is something that most of us don't know. And I've known some personal cases where he has been extremely good with people. He's given us a lot of joy. Started off as a talented cricketer, now he's a titan. But I think the human side of Virat Kohli is something that we all don't know. We see two-dimensional images all the time and we jump to conclusions about his aggression, about his emotions. But I think he's a fantastic human being and I think we need to celebrate that man.
Okay. Debashish?
Yeah, for me, Virat has been a truly inspirational character. Means you talk about role models like Sunil Gavaskar or Sachin Tendulkar, but Virat Kohli also be bracketed in that same figure. Obviously, he has inspired millions of not only cricketers but also fans. Means be it England, be it having covered all across the globe. I have seen him, the fandom he enjoys. Obviously, be it England, be it South Africa, be it West Indies, be it Sri Lanka. Everywhere you go, you have Virat Kohli fans, and to me, he has been quintessential to help Indian cricket flourish.
Okay. You know, and Gargi, for example, had already written a piece for RevSportz saying she took to journalism because of Virat Kohli. Shubhan has covered Virat Kohli for all his years in cricket journalism. Shubhan, you go first. Mm-hmm. You go first. What does Virat Kohli mean to you?
I think one word comes to my mind, and that is benchmark. Virat Kohli has set a benchmark for all the young cricketers, millions of them, not only in India but all over the world. You go to Sri Lanka, you talk to a youngster batting at the nets, he says, Virat Kohli is my inspiration. That's what he has done in his long decade career, and I think it will continue. The fitness levels, he has changed the dimension of how cricketers are now seen as a fitness role models, and Virat Kohli, as I said, is the benchmark, is the epitome of that, and long may it continue. You want to see Virat Kohli continue to win matches for India. His hunger to win matches is on different level. You speak to former cricketers, they say one thing, you look at his eyes, you see that, I want to win this match for India, and that is what separates Virat Kohli from the rest, in my opinion.
Yeah, like I've said, the piece that I've written, I started playing cricket professionally because of Virat Kohli and because of the inspiration that I took from him, his work ethic, his consistency, his determination, all of these things. But when we look at domestic cricket, I think he's had a big impact. After Sachin Tendulkar, you see someone like a Virat Kohli over there. And kids from my generation, players who I've played with, looked at Virat Kohli as an absolute god. Even coaches, when you're teaching things, when you're talking about batting, you'd see coaches, all the time regularly tell us that, do this like Virat Kohli, use the bat like this, use the face, look at the way he plays, go home and watch his videos. That's the impact that Virat Kohli has had. Second, I think one of the biggest things that he's done is the way that he's brought back the excitement to Test cricket. Mm-hmm. That is something that is not talked about enough. After Virat Kohli became that leader that, took personal responsibility to kind of bring Test cricket back to India, I've seen a lot of players in domestic level, kind of want to be Test cricketers. Players or bowlers, especially fast bowlers, who wanted to be in Virat's, 11. That's the kind of impact they've had.
Important point. I mean, Debashish and I, we've covered Virat in Australia, we've covered Virat in England. But here, as I said, we're all talking about fans, right? As fans. So why don't we see what fans from across the world have to say about Virat Kohli? Our people have been collecting these wishes for a long, long time. This is a special man and a special birthday. Take a look.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday dear Virat. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, Virat. Happy birthday, Virat.
हाँ ज़रूर ये बहुत स्पेशल पिक है मेरे लिए। यहाँ पे 3 दिन आके मैंने दिन के सामने ये तस्वीर बनाया है। तो यहाँ पे मैंने एक स्टोरी क्रिएट करने का कोशिश किया जहाँ पे विराट कोहली सेंचुरी के बाद हंस रहा है, सेलिब्रेशन कर रहा है, और वो जो सेलिब्रेशन है अनुष्का को डेडिकेट कर रहा है। और हम लोग जानते हैं कि किसी का भी सक्सेस के पीछे उसका पापा मम्मी का ब्लेसिंग्स रहता है। तो यहाँ से उसका पापा भी खुश है बहुत सारा, और वहाँ से ब्लेसिंग्स भी दे रहे हैं, कहीं ना कहीं उसका पापा भी है। और दूसरा चीज़, यहाँ पे मैंने चेस बोर्ड दिखाने का कोशिश किया, अभी तक कंप्लीट नहीं हुआ, चल रहा है काम। और यहाँ पे किंग जो है, यहाँ पे किंग है किंग कोहली, और उसके साथ यहाँ पे और एक चीज़ दिखाने का कोशिश किया जो है किशोर कुमार, जो कोहली का सबसे अच्छा फेवरेट है। तो कोहली को एक बार पूछा गया था कि अगर ज़िंदगी में किसी के साथ मिलना चाहते हो तो किसके साथ मिलना चाहते हो तुम, तो कोहली ने बताया था कि किशोर कुमार से। आज तक नहीं हुआ क्योंकि वो पास जाए, ही पास है। तो यहाँ पे मैंने मेरा जो कैनवस है वहाँ पे मैंने कोशिश किया कोहली का जितना सारा फेवरेट चीज़ है सब कुछ पेंटिंग करने का, बस एक फ्रेम में, बस यही मैंने कोशिश की। अगर हो पाएगा तो हम कोशिश करेंगे विराट कोहली को गिफ्ट करने के लिए। हैप्पी बर्थडे विराट कोहली, दिस इज़ ओनली फॉर यू।
Happy birthday Kohli, happy birthday King Kohli.
Happy birthday King Kohli. I am your biggest fan. I have been following you for since many years. I have been waiting for a 50th ODI century and 100th century.
কোহলির খেলা অসম্ভব ভালো লাগে, তার খেলার স্টাইল, তার সব কিছু আমরা ফলো করি। আশা করি সে সেঞ্চুরি করবে।
Happy birthday Virat. I really hope that you go on to score a big daddy 100 on your birthday.
We want century from Virat.
बिल्कुल ही बहुत बहुत शुभकामनाएं पहले तो विराट पाजी को, क्योंकि इतना बड़ा दिन है और जो उनका जन्मदिन मनाया जाएगा, बहुत ही अच्छा परफॉर्म कर रहे हैं विराट पाजी, और बहुत बहुत शुभकामनाएं उनको जन्मदिन की। विश यू वेरी हैप्पी बर्थडे विराट पाजी। रन मशीन है और देश के लिए इतना कुछ किया है, और उनको मतलब दिल से सलाम है। और कल वो सेंचुरी आ जाए बर्थडे वाले दिन तो वो अलग ही सोने पे सुहागा होगा, और पूरा देश उस जन्मदिन को मनाया जाएगा और सचिन की बराबरी वो करेंगे, और बहुत ही दिल खुश होगा, क्योंकि विराट पाजी एक लौते एक ऐसे इंसान है जो क्या इतनी सेंचुरीज का रिकॉर्ड वो अकेले बना रहे हैं, और देश को जो एक रो पे लेके जा रहे हैं। विराट जो ब्रांड दिया है, सब लोग उनको प्यार करते हैं, और वो वाकई सिंग इज किंग है, किंग कोहली। और बहुत बहुत शुभकामनाएं विराट पाजी को। बस कल पाजी एक सेंचुरी चाहिए। विराट पाजी चक दो फटे, तुम जियो हजारों साल, यही है दुआएं हमारी। सत श्री अकाल पाजी।
So there you go. All of those wishes. Clearly, we all want to see Virat Kohli triumph in this World Cup as well. And this is a point that Raja actually makes. What is different compared to, say, a Gavaskar, a Kapil Dev, a Tendulkar and a Kohli? Kohli is actually a social media product, or rather a player who's sort of loading the social media generation. Does that add pressure? How does he deal with that? Let's take quick comments, because these are all social media people as well. Each one of us in some form are impacted by social media. Once again, Raja, you go first, because this is your idea.
Thank you very much. But before we talk about social media, I remember one incident, Dada. 2015 World Cup. India hadn't gone into the World Cup as one of the strongest outfits. It had gone through a series of defeats, wasn't in the best of forms. And I remember in Adelaide, where India played Pakistan the first game, a stranger called out to Virat in the hotel lobby, and he was wearing dark glasses, and he removed them, and you could see confidence in the eyes of the man. Before the World Cup, and India did really well, going all the way to the semi-finals. Unfortunately, lost to Australia there. But here is a man who with his eyes, as Shubhan pointed out a short while ago, can inspire confidence. Social media has been both good and bad, as everybody knows. It has been a blessing, it has been a curse. Here is a man who's played much of his cricket in the social media era. I've known Kapil Dev to surface when India started its romance with colour television. Then there was Sachin Tendulkar, who came when cable and satellite television came to our households, and we had more fans. They all felt pressure, but nobody feels as much pressure. And I'm sure Kapil Dev and Sachin Tendulkar will both agree with me, and everybody else who's played cricket for India, that Virat has faced the most flack. He says something, he gets flack. He does something, he gets flack. He doesn't do something, he gets flack. He does something, he gets flack. So there are a lot of people waiting to pounce on him. And poor man, he can't even play cricket with his wife during lockdown without being filmed. So that's the pressure that he faces. And to have taken that in his stride and performed like he has done. Incredibly good. Someday I hope he opens up his heart and educates all of us on how to deal with social media and the pressures.
Okay. Devashish, let me go to Gargi and then Shubhan and you. And the question remains the same for all of you. Tell me one Virat Kohli story that you would want to share with our viewers, because again, on his birthday, social media, yes, you guys are all social media products. I don't know how much time we spend, but one Virat Kohli story that Shubha and you, Devashish, you've covered Virat for ages, and Gargi, of course, you want to share.
So 2019 World Cup, if you guys remember, there was a 93 or 95-year-old lady, Charulata Sharma, and that video went viral. Virat Kohli actually took time to go and visit her, to spend 5 minutes with her, and it was a beautiful moment, and it boomed on social media. So these are the good moments, heartfelt moments which fans enjoy, which Virat Kohli can be an intimidating character on the field. No one has had the guts to look into the eyes of a peak Mitchell Johnson and say, I will bash you. He did. But there's a softer side of Virat Kohli where he takes time for the fans. He takes out time to have a few selfies with. He must have gotten thousands of requests every day. But he takes some time to go out there and spend some time with the fans. Which someone who is the third most followed athlete on Instagram worldwide. It takes a lot to do that. And I'm pretty sure not every fan like a Cristiano Ronaldo, he also does that. But Virat Kohli in India, where you can't go out, you can't go at a restaurant and have a meal peacefully, he does that. He does take that time for his fans.
Yeah, like Shubhayan said, that the 2014 phase, the slump, and then the 2019 and the following 2 years, the slumps that he's had, those two slumps were very important, not just for Virat Kohli. Of course, they were important for Virat Kohli, but for us as outsiders as well. Anyone who had been playing cricket, especially I'm talking all of this from a cricketer's perspective, because that's a take that we need to bring in here as well, is when a young player looks at Virat Kohli, peak Virat Kohli, who had been at the top of the world, falling off a cliff. You need to see that side as well. And that is something that is so important. And the best part about it was Virat Kohli did not disappear. Virat Kohli did not just lock himself in a room. He went out, he talked about his mental health. He talked about how depressive he was. In 2014 as well, and in 2019 it was quite different because Virat Kohli at that point had seen everything, right? And it was so important of him to kind of bring those conversations forward, because you don't see a lot of Indian players at this point. Now it's gotten better, but before that you wouldn't see any cricketer kind of talk about mental health.
So it's a taboo. That's what Gargi and Shubhan are both talking about. But another point. I think you filmed that moment, right? When Virat Kohli went and spent time with Charulata Sharma in England at the Oval.
At the Oval. Yes, obviously these are special moments. But talking about Virat means you talk about a Marco Jansen, a young kid, means he was bowling at the Indian nets in that series in 2018, and what a moment it will be at the Eden Gardens when Marco Jansen bowls at Virat Kohli. Means that is for me is what means he has been the role model not only for cricketers in India but global. He has been a global ambassador, I would say. Means who better than Virat Kohli when it comes to social media? You could see when in the last match people were chanting, we want Virat to bowl, we want Virat to bowl, and he just immediately rolls his arms. Means that is what Virat Kohli is all about. He gets the fans involved in the stands. He gets everyone involved in the stands. Means when the chips are down, he eggs on the fans, he eggs on the supporters. That is what you want. You want a character like Virat to make this game popular, and no better than Virat Kohli, trust me, in this modern era, who is so special for everyone.
Okay, so what I'll do is, all of us had our say, and we'll actually sort of end this particular show with Virat Kohli at the Eden Gardens. We are sitting at the Royal Calcutta Turf Club. Behind us is the Victoria Memorial. Eden Gardens is 5 minutes away. But my own personal story, this was 2018, and I was launching my book, 11 Gods and a Billion Indians, and Virat and Saurav launched it for me. But as it happened, we had finalized the date 2 months back when he was playing in South Africa. And all of a sudden, I was told that 7th April was IPL opening ceremony. And I called Virat in panic at about 11 p.m. at night saying it's the same day as the IPL opening ceremony. So he said, so? And I said, what do you mean? I mean, you're supposed to launch my book that day and I've been planning this program for the last 3 odd months. So he says, fair enough, leave it with me. The next day he calls and he says, look, on the 6th, I'm actually going to Mumbai. I will pre-shoot my part and therefore your function as committed. Go ahead, I'll be there on time. 12 o'clock sharp, we got him picked up from the hotel. He was there for 2.5 hours, did his job and then messaged and said, I was there. So that's the kind of impact that you can have. And these are very personal kind of moments that, these cricketers have shared. So on his birthday, on behalf of all of us and on behalf of everybody shooting this particular show, happy birthday. Your job is not done. Your life will continue, irrespective of whether you win this World Cup or not. And you know that. But on behalf of every Indian, we know what you want. You want on the 19th of November, we want your teammates to carry you on their shoulders just like you did, Sachin. That will be the ultimate tribute to Virat Kohli. On that note, here's Virat Kohli at the Eden Gardens. Thank you for watching. Virat Kohli at Eden Gardens is quite a special love affair. His first 100 against Sri Lanka. And thereafter he's gone on to play some very, very important and memorable innings. The two that come to mind straight up, against Pakistan, that amazing 50 when India was down. Pakistan was on top when Virat Kohli, in front of Sachin Tendulkar, in front of Amitabh Bachchan, played one of the most fantastic T20 knocks you can see. He managed to take India home and give us a famous victory. And thereafter, in the first pink ball test match at the Eden Gardens against Bangladesh, Virat Kohli was special. The ball jagging around, making it difficult for batsmen, and Virat Kohli yet another 100, setting it up for India. It was a very special effort. Can he get number 49 on his birthday at the Eden Gardens? Everybody is asking that. Like we said, Virat and Eden Gardens is quite special.